All right, folks, forgive me. I'm a little sluggish here and hadn't set things up. So Pete starts out firing away just off the head pin, and not a bad start for him. Just has to drop this guy right down the center and hopefully pick up a spare. Get himself going good. And apparently I've ticked something off, so let me figure out what I've done here. And he does pick up the spare. I might be a little slow on the replay.
Yeah, we need guys like Billy Bloom with 110.
All that kind of fun. It was a good and busy day at Millis today with just a lot of action between Outrun the Bear. Pete had actually been in it for a big chunk of it until bowling against me afterwards, and he's going to take a 4-fill there, unfortunately, with a spread eagle as we get started here in the first. And where is... Alrighty, so RIschitelli's going to take down one wing. Let's see if he can get the other wing for the professional 10. And let's bring up RIschitelli's stats. So he's had a touch and go season, and he rehomed himself to Buzzards Bay. And hey, Mr. Packer, how you doing this morning for you over there? It's what, like 7 o'clock your time?
Live from Ryan's Family Amusements.
Heffernan.
It's the Class B battle for first place or last. Anywhere in between there.
Good old Brian Heffernan coming by to
RIschitelli
pop on the mic for a bit.
The 5-pin. Is he going to use the wood, or is he going to hit it clean? He used the wood! Attaboy!
Replay's not right. I'll get that figured out. Sorry, guys. Running in a few directions at once here.
Is a strike.
Over 0, 1 to 300. Big Phil.
He gets a split, 2 and 1.
Why would it do that?
He leaves pins that I don't know the numbers, so good luck.
That's because it's not going.
With Pete's fancy ball, he could cut that over.
So a 7-fill, and unfortunately another split for him. I'm trying to do that while fixing my replay as I'm in between the middle of a few things here. Forgive me.
Yes.
I like to screw up. And
Good
Pete will
9
settle
out of
for
that
a 9 box,
half.
and I will
All right, Pete.
get to that in just a second. Just trying to fix the instant replay. So obviously I missed a box of Pete's somewhere along the line, and what I'll try to do is take care of that at the same point in time as I'm looking to see what the hell I have done and get things going. So I'm going to step up for my first half, and I'll switch over to my information on the side. So Pete's doing the best that he can to try to ruin... I remember this first ball. Look at this garbage.
Maybe if he threw the ball like a man, he would have knocked more pins down. But we'll never know.
Thank you, Heffernan. Oh, that was brutal. Brutal.
Oh, just missed the head pin. Leaves the 1-8. The 1-8. I had to count them in my head. Just
And
a bit
what
outside.
a way to
Starts with an
start with a whopping 8 bucks.
Pete is in the lead by 1 pin after 1 box.
And that's true. I am correcting that as we speak. And I will improve on my...
Right.
Jeez. Oh, man.
Regroup, find the head pin.
That's just a really rotten start, no matter how you slice it. Gotcha. Thank you.
Goes left
Still
pin
looking for my first contact
the,
with a head pin
1,
today. We'll see if I can
Look at that. I didn't have to
do
figure
something
that out
about
so
it.
bad. See if we can make the 10 here.
And
Leaves
no.
the head pin for
So
9. 17 after 2.
out of the gates, I cannot
Pete is up
get
6
my ball
pins after
going
2
anywhere the way that I
boxes.
want it. So
Ladies and
wild
gentlemen,
as heck.
And this is where I
Nothing
step away.
near the head pin. Nothing resembling anything redeeming. And yeah, that's how this day's potentially going to go for me. So I did call out in the message at the, when I posted the match, that Pete has a perfect chance to play spoiler here as I continue to struggle and miss the head pin, leaving the 4-horse down the left-hand side. Fernando Gacharna has one match left. I have one match left. I can't... that would seem like a good ball, but no love getting over to the 7. I can't snuff out Fernando and take the 5th spot, but I can certainly guarantee myself at least 6. And the more points I take in this match, the harder I make it for Fernando. Well, at least the 7 pin was set up beautiful with a piece of wood there, so I was able to kind of crack that duck and start to right the ship here. Feeling pretty stupid, bowling pretty poorly, and there we go. I'm on the head pin. A little baby split, and as you can tell from me already having to wipe my glasses, it was toasty there. So no, this isn't the 8, 9, 10. This is the 3, the 5, and the 10. You think I'm gonna get a 7, huh? Well, 7 in the first ball. Oh. Annoyed with myself as I know I let that one go a little to the left. I wanted to pull it on the right side of the 3 pin. But, Greg, you're so mean. But haha, not to be denied. After missing wildly on the first shot, absolutely cracking it on the second. So, and no, I'm not trying to go to Muscle Beach there. The bowling alley was incredibly warm, summertime. I get really sweaty, and my shirt sticks to me, and this is just an effort to try. Oh. Right through the nose. Ladies and gentlemen, everybody's favorite unmakeable spare, the spread eagle. Well, I wouldn't say unmakeable, but it's got a reputation. Especially when you can't catch the top of the wings. So I am going to be useless in this first half of the string, trying to get at least a couple of pins out of this 37 through 4. I ruined the whole pattern, Greg. I know, I'm no fun. But I'll struggle my way to an 8 there, and we'll get Pete. I'll make sure I get my scores working right and the right names in there. He's going to come up on lane 4 for the first time today. And I am eating a big old slice of humble pie for that god-awful start out of the gate. But that's the way this game can go. You throw a decent ball and like that, Pete gets 1 to tickle. So hits the head pin, ultimately looking at the 6 and the 10. Oh man, that's right. It's coming into the winter for you guys over there, isn't it? And Pete's going to miss that just to the left. I'm sure he'll want that ball back. I like bowling against Pete. He's a great kid. He was one of my early matches in the season, and right on it for the 10. I went all the way down to Yarmouth to bowl against him. I was still hurting, and he beat me up in his home house there. So it was nice to get him back here in Millis. Like I said, he wasn't outrun the bear. He got out somewhere in the middle of the tournament and came over and bowled. And the flu's no joke. And once again, relentless on the head pin, leaving the check mark on the left-hand side. So the 2, 4, 5, 7. There's a piece of wood over to the right, but you really want nothing to do with that. You just want to go right at the triangle and hope it carries the corner. And unfortunately, he came over to the right and played with that wood. So looking to pick up a few pins here and just get himself going in the right direction. He has had a pair of spares early on, so. And that will be a 9. So he's 7 over par, as Bob Lee loves to say. And we'll see if he can't drop a couple of marks here down the stretch. I've been lucky enough that I haven't really been sick in a while. Just beating myself up bowling. And there's Pete once again back on the oh, right where he left off. It's going to give him that 6-10 leave again. This time a little more of a sweeping hit rather than the trip of the 8. But we'll see if he can't pick this up. Second time's a charm, right? Oh no! There's me yelling in the background. But I didn't yell loud enough, and unfortunately that one's going to get by, and we'll see if he can pick it up for a 10 bucks. Nope! He's going to punch out one, so 86 with a pair to go. It's tough. It's tough, especially, you know, you bowl a couple of strings earlier. I try to not rush him through his lunch. And come on, kick it, kick it, kick it. No, wow. Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down, man. Outrun the Bear was a lot of fun, Greg. I'm glad that Chris got to cover it. And there we go. I love working with Chris and the guys over at oh, come on, really? That should have been fixed. I'm doing something wrong. Let me see if I can't get my head out of my backside here. This should be recording, and I wasn't. So once again, failure on my part. So Pete picks up the spare and is rewarded, as only Candlepin can make you feel rewarded, with a beautiful headpin pocket hit that results in a 5-10 split. I didn't bowl and outrun the Bear. It's a long tournament, and I think by the time that I knew I would be able to bowl in it, you know, I'd already made plans to bowl in this and whatever. So unfortunately, I sat on the sideline and cried. Nah, I like a lot of people that are here and bowling and outrun the Bear, so it was great to kind of root them on. And Pete's gonna miss that one just by a sliver. Well, that's got to be a reload. Stats 2. Nope, at least those are showing up right. We'll get there. I've been starting to build out a new stream look, and in doing so, I've kind of messed up things that I shouldn't have had a problem with. But, you know, it's not me unless I'm constantly playing with stuff. I froze. No, you hit F5. I think I'm still running. I'm watching it on my machine as well as I'm streaming it. That ball's going to go off to the left, of course. So, leaving the 1, 3, 6, and 7. So, obviously, I want to drop this ball right in between the 1 and the 3. That piece of wood looks like it's primed. Oh, really? Yep. That's just not fun. Oh, I gotcha. There's got to be a way in an iPad to force a refresh. You doing it in Safari or Chrome? And whistles that by for a 9 bucks, which is great because I got Cheryl and Maurice giving me a hard time, and their friend Lisa that had come up for Outrun the Bear, and I'm just bowling like a putz. Jeez, 54 through 6, way below pace.
Oh, jeez.
Yep. Oh man. Ah, that hurts so bad. 2 spread eagles and just a couple of boxes. The good news is I've thrown 1 on each lane, and I'm telling you, I'm going to suffer and suffer and suffer. Hey, there's Dan Asdale running down. Someone must have lost a ball or something. And on the other side, well, at least I'll get one of the wings, so struggling mightily right out of the gate. I'm the same, Greg. I hate it. I hate it. And, you know, I love these shirts that Kate Finn took the time to make for all of us. She does a great job with it. I'm thankful that, you know, it's easy to get a quick shirt, but boy, this one is like, well, there we have it. And let's see if I get this working right. Oh, look at that. I can remember what I had for my replay. Yay! Pretty brutal strike. My first decent ball of the game. My first mark. And let's see if I can follow it up with anything good. All right, I'll take that. Back on the head pin. Got a chance in this string. I know, huh? Just got to keep this ball straight. Pick up the 2-4. Typical of my ball. I don't really leave a lot of wood in the lane, so all I can do is nice and easy. Miss it. So a 9 will have me at 81 after 8. And irritated at myself because that's going to make it really hard to have a chance at this string now. And I'll take the 10. So despite my struggles, I've managed to hit 5 head pins. I got 3 splits. I got 4 clean boxes. I've never thrown a 310 pin, and I haven't really bowled 10 pin serious in a long time. Dan Esdale, who ran down, as I'm off the head pin there, Dan Esdale, who bowls in the ACST, is actually a really good 10-pin bowler. I think he's got quite a number of 300s to his career. I've never thrown one. I think the highest I ever threw was a 288 and 10-pin. It's a great game. It just, something about Candlepin and having to play the wood, just I find it so much more enjoyable. Oh, I really wanted to catch the outside of the 1 pin there, but nope, just missed it again. So Pete's going to take the first string, and I just hope I never see the string again. Oh, jeez, can't even hit the head pin to finish it up. So through 1, Pete has manhandled me. We're looking at a 113 to 99 win, and his job to be a spoiler is well underway here as he steps up to start out the second. And we'll get the scoreboard back up. So as you can see at the bottom, the 3 red 14s for Pete. I don't know why I have half and pace on there, probably because I haven't put in anything for this next string. So I'll put in a 0. That'll probably, yeah, there you go. So Pete's on the head pin. He's got the check mark on the left-hand side. Again, he's got that similar kind of wood, but nope, it's rolled over into the gutter. So just has to hit the check mark. Oh, nope, that one's stuck. All right, he's down to the triangle 2. Credit to Greg Gouillard for coming up with that. I really, or at least as far as I know, Greg came up with that. I like that naming convention. So the 2-4-5. And he blows up the triangle. So far, clean box for Pete out of the gate. And to show you that little magic box I have at the bottom, you know, through the half he's got a 10-pin lead. Pace is through the same boxes completed, so obviously we're at 0 because I haven't thrown a box yet. He has a 24-pin lead in the match as of the moment. And of course, most importantly, for winning string 1, he has 2 points to my 0. So if I want to try to hold on or find a way to get up into the number 5 seed, I got to right the ship here. We'll see how he does. 1-3-6, and that's going to tail away into the 6. So a little frustration from Pete as he's not converted the spares the way that he's wanted to here. But he was 8 for 10 on the head pin in that first string, so. And that one's going to stick to the left. So 18 through 2 as Pete's looking to get going here in the second.
Come on, Pete. Light it up.
Trying to cheer him on from wherever the heck I am back there.
Thanks, man. Beat up by Fernando for me.
.228's not a bad string. I'd love to throw one of those in Candlepin. They're still going for Pete. When it settles, it looks like it's a 1-2-5 that's left standing. Sideways triangle, so obviously he wants to pop this pretty good, but it's tricky to get that 5-pin. Oh, he got the 5-pin, but he didn't get the 1. All right, let's see if you can nail this guy on the last ball here. And that looks really good. Pete throws a great ball, but as you can see, it curves backwards. It goes from left to right, which you know, as a righty. I like to call those a banana ball. You know, some people call it a backup curve or whatever you want, but it is a choice on how you release the ball, and you can see he gets a lot of spin out of it. Well, he's back on the head pin. Unfortunately, he's left with the 7-10 split. He's got the bedposts, although there's a piece of wood kind of on either one of them. That's where my shoulder would fall apart. And as he catches the 10, hoping to get it to move, it decides to stay a little flat for him. No love off the wall. So hopefully he can just take down this guy with the plank. Yep, nope. That one's gonna... He's tall. That one's gonna get into the gutter and he'll settle for a 9 box. So looks like he's right on pace with how I started out the last string. Dom! What's up, buddy? Good seeing you today. Hope JJ shared some of the wealth with you. Pete back on the head pin. Putting his head in that camera. Leaving the hay bale over to the right. Yeah, I don't want to cause any damage to the... well, I shouldn't say that. I blew up this lane last time I was bowling on it. Oh. Pete looking to take down the hay bale. Unfortunately, takes out the half Worcester. So, you get the 5, 6, 10. Looking to clean up. Hopefully get a pair here at least. And that's right at the 5. And... Alright, so as I get ready to try to stretch out and pull my He-Man routine, take a look at the stats. That's the spirit, Tom. So, Pete's been pretty good with the head pin, but he's given me an easy target here with just 45 to chase down. And let's see if I can shake off that 99 first string. Ugh, that's just disgusting. This way to the beach, girls. Oh, that's a lot better. So, my second strike of the match, just the way I like to do it, just crush the top of the pocket and let them take care of each other. So, don't get much better of a start than that, but don't worry, folks. I guarantee you I'll throw this away. Oh! Back on the head pin. Thought I was going to get left with a split there. Everything but the 6, and as the pins come up to the lip of the plate, they kind of flatten out, so I should be alright if I catch this guy low and hard, or get around the wood. And there we go. So, spare on strike. Looks like I'm accounting for my sins of the first pretty well. See if we can keep this going. That feels much better. Oh! My third spread eagle variant. First one that's not a pure spread eagle. This one took down the 7. So, whenever I have a 2 and a 3 left of the eagle like this, I figure I might as well try going for the 2, see if I can kick one across, and then proceed to fail to hit the front one, and yeah. Alright, so let's pick a few more out of here. Maybe take down the right side wing. At least that would be what I'd hope to do. Chomp. Ah, crap. 7 box has me at 42 through 3. The good news is it's really at a good pace to keep ahead of Pete, but really could have done a little better than that, turning a spare into a, 22 through 2. That, folks, is garbage. It still counts as a strike. But the way that I throw my ball, it really does drive a lot of action when it comes over to the right side. And as you can see there, that pin just comes shooting back. You don't really earn it, But a strike is a strike is a strike, and I'll take that. So 3 strikes here early in the second. Payback. You blow up the head pin, you blow off the head pin for a strike, and so then you hit the head pin and get left with this gigantic pile of trash. This is the 3, 6, 7, 8, 10, and I just want to bully the 3 pin and see what happens. And that's what happened. So I'll take the random spare and sit down at 72 plus a ball after the half.
You know what it is? When you're fat and sweaty and hairy.
I'll never resist the chance to pick on myself. Get the string out of there as Pete's getting ready to fire away here in the second half, looking uphill. And there we go. He's back on the head pin yet again. He's got the triangle 6 over there to the left. Sorry, to the right. So far, Pete looking for his first mark of the second string. And there goes Kate. Oh! He continues to have trouble with the 6-10. And I can't really say much because as a lefty, I've had a lot of problem with the 10 pin over the last couple of weeks, so I feel his pain.
Got my hand drunk, now I'm good.
And will he clean it up? No, he'll settle for a 9 box. 54. Looks like Pete's taking on my first string luck here. I think at some point in time, Bob Lee comes over. He starts doing commentary for a bit, and then Duncan comes over and takes over, which is great. It'll save me from having to talk for the rest of this. Back to reality is the understatement. Pete! Hey! All right, finally, now that I got the replays working, let's see his strike again. Great pocket smash. 5 pin getting tripped at the end. Nothing wrong with that. All right, so Pete gets off the snide here with his first mark of the second string. 64 and a pair. And that one's going to sail all the way over to the 6. Just 3 on his first ball, so come back at the heart and see what you can do. Well, they're still fiddling around. When the dust settles, that's an 8, Phil, so 72. And a pretty makeable 10 here if you can get this on target. Just off the head pin, so he'll settle for a 9, 81. Unfortunately, I'm still a looming threat for this match. It's not going to be too tricky. As you can see through completed boxes, I've got plus 25 on him for the string. But even right now with him having, oh, that's just not nice. Throws a good ball in the pocket, but that, you see his bowling ball deflect off the head pin, just shoot around the back there, and he gets left with the 5, 6, 8. I mean, that piece of wood looks like it's kind of juiced. If he hits it on the line, that might push the 5 pin sideways. Bunny hole. Oh, that's frustrating. Well, I still feel like if he hits this on the red line, that should possibly kick that 5 into the 6. Yep. I get the feeling he might have wanted to do that the ball before. I think he would see it the same way that I did, but that still made a really pretty 10. I'm sure he would have liked it for a spare, but 91 with 1 to go. And wow, he's going to hit that head pin, but not really well. He takes out the 4 horsemen down the left-hand side, leaves a mini rack of pins there, starting with a 3. With that head pin, that's 15 out of 20 for Pete so far. So 75% on the head pin early on in the match, which is pretty damn impressive. But unfortunately, I think he'd trade that in for a few more marks as he's sitting here looking at the 3-6-10 to clean up for a 10 bucks. Oh no. Sends the 3-pin flying. So Pete with the 99 now has 212 through the 2 strings. 15 head pins, 5 splits, a strike, 3 spares, 4 tens, and is holding on to the match by 41 pins at the moment. So I step up, basically needing 25 pins, including this fill ball. Actually, not 25, it's 27, I'm sorry. To take the string. And if I can get 42, I'll take the lead in the match. And here I am, forgetting that I had left one of my bowling balls on the chair behind me, thinking that it's lost on lane 3. So, yes folks, before my hair was all gray, I was fully blonde. And the fill's gonna be offline, but I'll take it. It's a 6, leaving the 1, the 2 with a great piece of wood there, the 8, and then the 10 is the post over to the right. So obviously you just want to drop this between the 1 and the 2 and see what happens. Or clobber the head pin and just not get enough love over there. Pins went moving, and I thought when that guy hit the wall it might be far enough down to sweep and kick the 10, but it didn't happen. So after the 6 fill, looking for the 10. I've been having issues with this pin. Yep, and they continue. So chipping that guy out of the gutter, it's not going to count. So 87 through 6. 27 over par, as Bob Lee would say. And my reality is always a rough reality, Greg. Little light on the pocket on the Brooklyn side. Gets a good mix when everything's said and done. Just a nice, easy 2-pin. Just put the ball nice and straight. Plunk this guy. Or rip it like a moron and... it's not a 9 yet, but I get one more shot to miss this. Hopefully I can make up for it, right? All the pressure's off. Don't have to think about a spare. You can tell I'm a little annoyed with myself. I know I just want to let that ball go. But there we go. All right. So now down to 3 to go. Sitting at 97. Yeah, Davey! Actually, it was Saturday afternoon ACST. I saw that you had your match with Kendrick yesterday and ended his season. You mean man. Oh no. That one was way thin on the head pin, and just, no matter how loose those teeth are, they're not getting out of there. I like the wood. I think I know right out of the gates where I'm aiming on this one. I just have to hope I can hit it. I think this is when Cheryl reminds me that my bowling ball... I'm such an idiot. Anyways, I'm looking absolutely at this front piece of wood on the right. I just want to catch the left cap and hope that it can mix everything around to take out the 7, 9, 10. And there you go. You give me a lumberyard, and I'll do my best to make it. So it was a big conversion. I'll take the spare. So at that point in time, the string is a done deal as I'm at 107 plus a ball, and now just chasing down a few pins. And I'm throwing a good ball. You can just tell by the action and the way that it makes the pins move when I hit things, but off target, nothing but a nice, easy 1-3, right? I've been so bad at hitting easy ones today. Come on. Please, dear God, down the center. Damn it. The beatings will continue until morale approves, right? Oh, boy. That's harsh. I'm such an idiot. Head pin? Dead pin. So with a 10 box, 125. So far, 7 head pins, pair of strikes, 3 spares, so a 5 mark, 130-ish game. Seems like I'm going to be doing pretty good. As you can see, the match score is now tipped to blue, so everything's in my favor at the moment. Ooh! Get to see the top of my hair on the top of that one there as I throw my 3rd strike of the string, my 4th of the match. The 9 pin on its way into the pit at the end of that. And there you go. So perfect. Great opportunity here to really pack on some pins, not just pounds. Thanks, Davey. Yeah, I really did like that 7, 9, 10. Yeah. That's the fill ball of authority. Punching through the half Worcester on the left, but taking out the 5 and 10 along with it. Nice and easy. Right at the head pin. Let it blow up. Big fill. Or hold on to it like a jackass and piss away a good one there. So I'll finish with a 141, and believe me, I'm happy to have thrown that string and gotten myself back into this match. So the second string goes to me, 141 to 99, and I've kind of beat up poor Pete here, moving into a 28-pin lead in the match as he steps up in the 3rd.
Micah, what's your high single?
Since I've come back,
General.
Oh, hell of a ball, Pete. Wow. That was really good. Absolutely clobbers the strike. And I think this is going to be a bit of a delay here because I had been throwing my balls down on lane 3, trying to find the ball that wasn't there. I'd screwed up the scoring system, so I had to put his strike in, and then he can get on with life. But, yep. I wasn't able to add a frame because the string hadn't started, so, yep, make him throw a ball, then I can give him the strike, and then he can get on. It was my tactic to mess with his flow. But that's his 2nd strike of the match, having thrown 1 in the 2nd, now 1 in the 3rd.
I'm old.
Pete with 2 strikes, 3 spares, and 4 10s so far, and 2 in a box. I think that one stuck to him a bit. A little bit of a loft out there. And he's going to take out the 2 pin and everything behind it and to the left. So the 1, 5, and everything to the right, still standing.
Definitely throwing 700, but since I've come back,
Why am I not hearing
680.
anybody else? I swear they were there. Pete's going to pick out the corner and settle for a 5 fill on the strike, and I'm sure that's frustrating. And he's going to punch his way through there to an 8 box. So 23 through 2 early on here in the 3rd. But I swear Bob came over and was talking into the Yeti. Excuse me, so I just don't remember when that started. Alrighty, Pete trying to right the ship here. Unfortunately, he's going to get left with a check marker on the left, the post on the right. On a pretty decent pocket hit, just a little high, and he drove right through. So I like the wood. I feel if he gets outside the 2 pin, came back across to take out the 5 and the 10. So could have been a lot worse, but now just the left-hand wing to run down there, the 247. And he's going to let that one hang out there and take the 9 box. 32 with a pair to go. Pete still throwing better than 106, which he said all day long in Outrun the Bear he was 99 to 106, so he's over that pace here in the match with me. There we go. Back on the pocket for him. Good setup here with the 3-5, a nice stick between them. Just let it go. That looks great. Wow. It is amazing how much his ball tails.
Okay. Oh, wow. That's 41.
That was right on the pin and then
A lot out there.
shot away.
I
Take another 9.
trying to find a way to not.
41, so hopefully he can drop a mark here and sit on one.
Dean Sullivan, for some reason, has the same problem.
Yeah, that's sweaty.
Bob Lee comes over. We're talking about the fact that I'm just sweating and melting and
ACST and for
good times.
Friday Pro League and stuff. And he's like,
Alrighty, back on the head pin. And I think this is probably the 3rd or 4th variant of having a check mark up for Pete, if not more than that. But this one's just a check mark on the left.
well, and you might have a little bit of autism too, where you're extra sensitive to it.
Oh, that one tails and
I don't
takes out
think
the
you're
5.
autistic, though. You
Come
might be a
on,
little-
Pete, I want you to get
You're a
this.
little, in my dad on the Asperger's side.
What my parents didn't smack out of me is, still there.
Talking about my wonderful child abuse growing up as a kid of the 70s and 80s.
Run it.
All right. Oh. Thought Pete had it. So, unfortunately, he's going to sit down with a 50 half, which isn't awful. But, you know, I'm sure he would like to have picked up a couple of those. I finished with a 141, Greg. It felt good. It was very much needed.
Now out of the Outrun the Bear that you hear down on the right.
Alrighty. So let's see if we can keep this streak going here in the 3rd.
Give us, you know,
Haven't taken the match back. I got to chase down a 50 half. And with 23 pins, I'll take my match lead back.
just threw a 141 and
Well,
he is hot.
That's the way
He's
to
so
do
hot
it.
he's sweating, but he's bowling really well anyway. Strike
Bob.
in the first. That ball was measured at 33.16 at the head pin. Probably estimated.
There we
36
go.
miles an hour out of his hand.
I definitely could use a freezer. In the wintertime, I'll actually step out of the bowling alley, you know, between strings or whatever.
First ball in the second now. On the head pin. Nothing really wrong with that, but it's a hay bale with a
Oh,
twist.
Bob Tuck.
This is the hay bale fronted by the 3-pin, but with the 359 in the back. It looks like and the 10-pin is down. There's a great shot, and it is that mystery 8-pin that gets him. He got the diamond that was there. Beautiful. So 9 on the fill, 29 through 2. Micah chasing Pete RIschitelli's 50. He has a looks like a 28-pin lead after 2, 240 to 212. Pete won game 1, 113, and that's another beauty and another strike. The 9 was the last to fall on that pitch. All right. You don't need him with that to get much of those. Micah drew 9 or 10 strikes in one of, I remember, I think it was 9 in one of his matches earlier this season. Which is extraordinary for 5 strings. Pro average is 9%, which is less than 1 out of 10, right? All right, 7 on the first ball. He has double guides on the 2-pin, and behind it is the 8-pin. I think. Yeah, there's definitely a pin back there. And he got him.
Ball back up.
Spare on strike. 49 through 3 complete. Now 59 in a ball through 4. How about 5 head pins, 8 on the fill? 67. He's already 27 over and has a beautiful look at a two-pinner, a 51% spare conversion rate for pros. So if he hits the object, he's got a great chance, and he did. Just have to avoid hitting it perfectly. Either way, beautiful side. 2 strikes, a spare, and a 10. All right, well, and now there's Pete RIschitelli. We're on the headset now. And how about that? The 10 falls late. Pete, who started this, is third string with a strike, has now 2 strikes, 1 on each side. Both times he's had to make the crunch. So I think there were slow motion strikes in both cases. Oh. Okay, it was on DW, that's right. Okay, good. And here he's back on it. There was nothing wrong with that pitch, but yeah. All right. He almost left the hay bale, the five pins on the left, but a late fall from the 2 and 5 pin. 8 on the fill. Micah just put up a 77 plus a ball half, so he is 27 over and counting. Pete, 6 over through 6. Gets 10 there, stays 6 over 78. I'm sorry, 8 over through 6. He stays 8 over 78 through 7. Bob Lee from the Candlepin Bowling Network dropping in. Eliminated from Outrun the Bear. Cut scores tend to range from 121 up to 122, 120, and there was one that 117 that was surprisingly low. But we're about to hear what the cut score was for this one. Whatever the case, I'm out, and Duncan MacDougall behind me has removed his bowling shoes as Pete RIschitelli with the spare. That was a 3-pinner. Hey, Duncan. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10. Another strike. 10 in the fill. His third strike here in string number 3. RIschitelli takes 10 on the fill. He's at 18 over 98. Through 8 complete, and now 108 and counting in the 9th. 5 on the first ball. Wood's in. I think he wants the wood back there. I don't like it mixing in with the 4 horsemen. But you do want it to take care of the Caleri, the hanger back there. Yeah. Now he's in it. He's got it, and everything falls but the 10. Tough. But that was 9 in the strike fill. Gives him a chance. Remember, Micah's at 77 and a ball, 27 over. And with that, he'll get. Woo! Cut score rises in the Outrun the Bear. That is a scratch, 127 or better. So people they're bowling with 80% off of a 130 handicap. So to give you an sense, I'm a 111 and I was getting 15. So 127 really means 112. You heard Danny's voice. But Pete with a 126. Now, that means Micah may or may not, depending on the fill ball, may or may not need a mark to keep pace. Micah threw 2 strikes and 2 spares. So both bowlers with 4 marks at the moment. Difference is Pete has finished his 10th box. And Micah now in the fill at 77 on the head pin. 6 head pins in a row for Imparato. Imparato. There's a rat in the middle of it, as he reminded me. Can't remember if he was telling me how to spell it or pronounce it at that time. Now I'm confused. Okay. Rare miss in the 3rd string anyway for Micah. See, he's rolled up his sleeve. It's a little warm. It's a lot of us wore shorts today. Micah takes 8. Okay, so 7 on the fill meant he got an 84 half. Drops 2, and he is at 32 over. He has to hold on to 26 over. Pete threw a 126, so if he can, that means he can give up 5 pins and still win in the next 4 boxes. So combinations of 8s, 9s, 5 pins can stand. More than that, and he'll need a mark. That's a pretty good, another head pin, by the way. 7 head pins now. Ups for Micah at a 7. Wood in front. Let's see how it goes. He hit it beautifully on the object pin, but it won't go. He didn't want to, you don't want to tease that wood. The redraw. You hear Brian Fournier announcing.
Shout out to Danny and Kate for putting the tournament together again. Thank you.
Oh no, a 9. Those are big pins. Now, Micah now is 31 over. Like I said, he can afford to leave. He can still afford to leave 4 more standing. So 8s and 9, 1 8 and 2 9s, he's fine. But more than that, he needs a mark. Down the middle, and beautiful ball there. All right, Lumberyard. This is the one that he just weirdly missed, or he didn't get the 10 pin. It looks like a lot of things would make it go. But let's see how Micah plays it. He can play, the most certain way is to the right. Left side, he got it. The reflection and the spare, that should lock it up. Let's see, any kind of a fill, any kind of pinning, and Micah, who's 31 over and counting, will take string 3. Implications today. I'm in a heat with Pete for 14th place. Mike, will not win. He's not going to win the division, but he's probably in 5th place, 5, 6, or 7 seed. Kyle Hetty threw a great 11-3 victory last night over Capone, so he was in good position. Has clinched a spot. James Humes said he has finished, and there it is, another mark. How about that? 1, 2, 3, 4 spares to go with 2 strikes for Micah, and he's at 128 and a ball through 9. Micah, highest average, I believe, in the ACSTB South. Nestor, Nestor passed him. Whoa, 1-5. That's a $100 shot in if your captain sets it up. If your team is afraid of splits and doesn't want to hit the middle of the head pin, you sometimes have to encourage your team to throw that ball. Tim Matero did that with one of his Worlds teams. But it's not good for a fill. It's kind of miserable. And there's a split within a split. He has 3 pins. And this will be his final ball. He's at 133 plus this, and 7 pins are standing. All right, call it a 136. That helps. He gains another 10. Remember, he was up 28, now 36 pins. 4-2 in ACST points, as he's trying to. We'll talk to him. He knows the implications better. I just doing a late announcing. Didn't really prepare for this. Hey, Duncan, you want to do a half? Sure.
What's up, idiots? Duncan MacDougall joining in. Give Bob a break. Pete's going to start out with a nice hammer and get rewarded with the 5, 8, 10. No wood. Woof, as they say. We'll get a better look as he's going to chop the 5. That is 2 good balls and 8 pins to show for it with no real hope at all 10.
Yeah, the only disaster was the 1-5. Nice job. 1-5 is really hard. It's really precise.
I can't remember if it was. No, it was on this.
And Pete's going to have an 8 box to start. Through no fault of his own.
Well over 70%.
Just taking a look at the standings before this. So Fernando has the 5 seed right now. He has 135 wins. Micah started the day with 132, 3 points back. As Pete gets the 5-10 this time, the pins are just bending him over right now.
Guessing 3%.
So Micah needs all the points he can get to secure the 5 seed, and also needs some help from Fernando, who is bowling Don Devish next Saturday, I believe, at CPL. Pete all over the 5 pin, looking for the 10 for a 10. He's going to go in the gutter. It's a 9 box, 17 through 2. RIschitelli up and down here. He came into the day at 90 and 148. Sporting a 108 average. Also bowling out of Buzzards Bay, so that's much harder house than the average bowler in ACST. As he's going to drop. Well, it sure looked like a hammer. Here we are with 9 pins down and the 9 pin left. Piece of wood on it. He's anywhere on the left side of this wood. It will go. Trying to avoid the cap. He plays it beautifully. Picks up a spare. Nice shot, RIschitelli. So Pete right now officially cannot catch Alex Cho for that be 13th place. So he's locked into 14, 15, or 16. As he's going to fill his spare with 5. He's got the post. 1, 3, 6, 10, and the 7. Good bid. Oh, just a hair light on the head pin. Throws a great ball. That's no love. 2 pins left standing. Looked great out of the hands. Just came in a hair light. And a 9 box for Pete, pinning well thus far. He's got 41 through 4. Showing us how to hit the button.
I think that there are don't understand hormones.
And that's a head pin, and that's a hammer. That's right. The 9 pin falls over this time. Similar ball to his 3rd box, and he gets that 9 pin to carry that time. 51 and 2 balls. Pete RIschitelli. It's great bowling right there. Good pinning. Made his splits into decent boxes. As Micah's going to try and fish a few of his balls out of lane 4's inner workings. So Micah officially tied me, Duncan MacDougall, in terms of points. I don't know what actually the tiebreaker is. I think it's out of division record, in which case something tells me that Micah will probably have me. As man, that was a hammer. Good God. Here's the replay. I'm sure Micah's showing it right now. Good Lord, what a bomb. All over that 1-2 pocket. Still waiting for a ball. Wow. Micah with a 38 pin lead thus far. On 376 in his first 3. Pretty good bowling. Oh man, similar ball. No love on the pocket that time to take out the back 2. 5-9 left standing. Throwing a confident ball right now. He's got the sleeve tucked up, as is his prerogative. He's wearing the uniform. He can alter it as he chooses, and he dives off onto the 9-pin, showing Pete how to knock it over, as he will have a 19 bucks to start. And
All right.
Micah already hit that pin, so it's going to be a 9 bucks. $28 through 2, Micah Imparato. Up 11, facing a 15 bucks in this one. Micah up and, ooh, wrong pocket. Right idea. 9 drop, head pin left standing. Welcome to Millis. Just cleaned house. It was a great pocket, just the wrong pocket. And let's see if Micah's second ball is in there. Yes, it is. Drills it. 38 in the ball. Through 3. He's feeling it right now. He doesn't just want the points. He wants to see if he can snag high average from Jimmy Nestor, who's currently ahead of him by around 0.6, I want to say, in terms of average. Micah on the fill, in the pocket. 9, 10, it's gone. Strike on spare, 20 bucks. 48 through 3, 58 and a ball. 2 balls through 4. Nice bomb right there, a little pocket rocket. And Micah just off the pocket that time. Ball slips away from him, doesn't curl in the way he needs to. It's on the 2-pin. He's going to have 5 on his first ball. He's got the post. Wood behind the 1-3. Oh, that's going to be on the 3-pin. Micah knew it out of his hands. High-low jack, left standing, 7 fills, 65 through 4. He'll be open in the 5th. He will have a lead. And goodbye, head pin. 7-10 left standing. That's an 8 bucks and a 73 half. Micah Imparato. Pete finding himself down 22, but with 2 balls in hand. And that's not how you want to fill it right there. That's a tough through the hole eagle variant. Spread eagle and the 7-pin are gone. 2, 3, 4, 6, and 10 left standing. And he's going to put a great bid on it, grab 3 more. That's big on the fill right there. 18 bucks, 59 half for Pete. And that's going to be a textbook 10, professional. 10 bucks, 69 through 9, 9 over par. Of course, they'll need a bunch more marks. A couple more head pins.
Micah, why do you have to lose balls like that?
Pete looking for another head pin, maybe a little pocket this time. No, he's going to be diving off onto the 3-pin and plucking out the 3-9 half Worcester. And we're waiting for balls here. Slight delay. Someone's already back there trying to go. And there we go. Pete's going to try and make something out of this half Worcester right here. Oh, he's going to be on the 2-pin that time. And, oh, this is a tough washout right here. 1, 6, 7, 8, and 10. Left standing, no wood. He's going to need to make a pretty shot to get 9 out of this at least. Let's see it. Oh, how about smashing the head pin back through the uprights for a tough 6 box. 75 through 7. What just happened there? Did it just leave him a baby split? Interesting. And Pete is going to find the head pin, be a hair heavy, and he's got a 3 and 1. 3, 4, 6, 10. And, oh man, good bit on that, just a hair off on the 3-pin. 3, 4 left. He's going to try and get one of these for a 9 probably. Ball's getting a little punchy right now. Oh, goes for the cut again, just misses. Tough 8 box right there, 83 through 8. Micah, 10-pin deficit with 3 boxes in hand. Oh, how's that for a pocket? And another 5, 8, 10 leaf. His second 5, 8, 10 with no wood of the string. RIschitelli not catching a break. That's his 6th split. 5th split, apologies. And through the hole. Frustration there, mounting. Seven box right there, 90 through 9. And off the head pin that time. He's going to have a 3 and 2, the 1, 3, 6, and the 4, 7. Wood between the 4 and 7. If he goes outside on this, put a good bit on it. Oh man, the light again. Can't quite carry the 3-pin. And Pete's gonna have a tough string here. Another high 90s, maybe 100. He gets the 100. Triple digits for Pete RIschitelli. As Micah's gonna be able to walk to another string, he will take the lead against me in the division, in the conference. Pushing me down into the 6th or 7th seed, I believe. Micah guaranteeing himself 5 or 6. Well, that's going to make it a little more difficult. Starts on the 2-pin. 1, 3, 4, 7, 9. And, oh, is he going to steal it? No! Head pin left standing. Can't find it right now. All right, so barring Don Devish sweeping Fernando Gacharna, it's going to be Micah and Fernando in the 5th and 6th in some order, depending on how these matches go. Myself, Duncan MacDougall in the 7th, going to face Mark Gallagher, Timber, and Kyle Hetty in the 8th, going to face the conference leader, Jim Hunter, at CPL. Of course, the 5 seed will be playing bowling Mike Capone and Millis. The 6 seed, as Micah devastates the head pin and is going to get an ugly one. This is the 6, 7, 8, 9. There is wood. It's not amazing. That'll show him for throwing a good ball. Jackass. Can ruminate it all he wants. He's still got to shoot it. And how about putting it past the 6-pin like a doofus? And if he was smart, he'd just go for 2 here and get the pins. But Micah might get greedy here. Micah getting greedy. And that's why you don't get greedy. $7. 89 through 7. And goodbye. Micah drops a hammer. Not quite as explosive as his previous ones, but it counts the same. He'll find himself at 99 and 2 balls. He needs a single pin to win the string. And that'll do it. Oh, man, breaks up the split, too. Look at that. A lot easier when that corner pin goes. 7 thus far. Micah going up 6-2. Oh, makes a triangle look easy. Unreal. Spare on strike, $20. 109 through 8, 119 at a ball in the 9th. Making it hurt right now. He wants that high average from Nestor. Oh, how about a spread eagle? And he's got to shoot it. 123 through 9 with the 4-fill. Oh my goodness, is it gonna go? He makes it! Spread eagle gone. What a ball from Micah. 133 and a ball. He's gonna throw another. He's gonna throw another spread eagle. I'm calling it right now. Uh-oh, he's gotta hit the reset first. He doesn't get those 8 pins for free. Sorry if you can hear that behind me. It's an arcade after all. And, oh, you can't get a spread eagle if you don't hit the head pin. Micah fills with the Caleri. Goes 138. What did you need to get high average? Oh, okay. 138 to 100. Micah takes the string. Now the last string of the ACST regular season for both these bowlers coming up right here. He's going to start off on the 6-pin. Oh, what a spare. RIschitelli throws a hammer ball. All right, looks like a 514 for Micah. He said he thinks he needs a 660 to take high average from Nestor. So he'll need a 50 bomb or so. Meanwhile, RIschitelli at 438 fills his spare with 7. 3-pin wobbling, won't go. 359 left standing. And, oh, he almost stole it. $140. Pete just hammers the pocket, annihilates everything but the 5-pin. Get all over it. Spare, Pete RIschitelli. 37 and a ball. Finding it now. On the fill. Oh, man. Never a good time for that. Spread eagle. Micah just showed him how to make it. Let's see if he took a page out of his book here. All right. Gets 3 out of the way. Now he goes for the other 3. Professional 10, Pete cleaning up his eagles very well. 51 through 4. Micah really wants these points right here to stave off Fernando, make him bowl well against Don, secure the 5 seed. And Pete's going to try and make it hard for him here. 7 drop, 1, 6, 10 left standing. Now there's wood next to the head pin, but it's not on it. So he's still got to hit the head pin. No, that's not the head pin. That's the wood. Grabs 2. Head pin left standing. There we go. $10. 61.5. Pete, nice job. Now run the bear winding down there, round 8 maybe? I don't even know. Micah off the head pin, drops 6. He's got the horseman left. 1, 2, 4, 7. Now there's wood behind the 2 pin, so if he gets into that pocket, should carry. Again, you never really know with this shot. Good butt. Oh, plows it. Smash. Head pin goes down. Of course, everything else is supposed to go with it, but he should have done better. That's his fault. Should be over there. It's on the back of one of these. All right, Micah with a 7 and follows it up with a hammer. Boom, baby. Open up the kaboom box for Micah Imparato. 17 and 2 balls. Micah for a double. No, you got to hit the head pin to get a double. Usually. Dives off. Yeah, makes it a lot easier, as Pete points out. 1, 3, 10. It's the worst 100 half I'll ever throw. Just reminiscing about. I started the season with a 162. It was terrible.
122 or better. That's a 122 or better.
That's low. Me too. Pete and I ruining our OTB performance.
To your right, not including lane 16, just keep moving to the right.
Micah with the 10 bucks.
ACs is going to help out with that.
The wood. So 36 through 3, Micah lining up. Dives off the head pin. Tough leave, 1, 2, 9, 10. See what he can do with this. Oh, good bid. Pin plows through the uprights. Micah takes the 9 box. 45. He will be trailing, but he can sit on a mark to take the lead. He's all but sewn up total and has 8 points in hand, but he wants these two in a big way. Lost the head pin a little bit, but he's going to get a break as he's got the 3-pinner, 3 Stooges, as I've heard them called. Larry, Moe, and Curly, 1, 2, 4. And plays it perfectly. The only way it's going to go. Micah Imparato drills the pocket, picks up the 2-4, then comes up for the 1. You know, the normal way. The way he drew it up. What an asshole. 55 in a ball.
Garbage.
Welcome to Ryan's Family Amusements, Millis, Massachusetts. One of the fastest houses in all the land. Fun to bowl in. Also gives you crap like this. Pete RIschitelli picks the horseman. Baby rack.
Remove from your lane. Just come up and let us know what lane it is.
Baby rack for Pete RIschitelli. 3-pin up. And he takes off 3 more. Unbelievable. Plows out all the outer pins. Inner pins left standing. 5, 8, 9. Didn't even think about falling on 2 good pocket hits. Oh, I almost wanted them to take the 5-8 there, but we'll have to settle for an 8 bucks. 69 through 6. Very nice. Pete RIschitelli. Pete splashdown and can't get the corner pins to break up for him. He's got the 7-10. A lot of nice wood on the deck, though. Let's see where he goes. Personally, I'm trying to catch the wood on the way to the 7-pin. So the ball takes the 10-pin. Ball takes the 10-pin. Wood sprays over, takes the 7. That's where he's going. And wow. He could not have thrown it better, and it just wasn't there. Nice 10, 79. Oh, wow. Well, that's how you throw a bomb right there. Clean up the 7-10 for a 10 bucks, get rewarded with a monster hammer. 89 and 2. It's going to make this strength difficult for Micah. Howdy. Good run. Van Esdale has fallen. It's a vicious tournament. All it takes was 2 bad games. Kick you out of the whole thing. Oh, Pete! Can't get the sleeper again. Throws a great ball. No love. 9 Phil on the strike, though. 98 through 8. This 10 pin right here as he What the fuck?
It's been like a stream. There's no such thing.
That was vicious.
I'm out.
107 through 9.
Shoe now.
Pete looking for a mark to get him into the 20s. How about a 9 drop? How about a 10 drop? Ah, all right, 7 pin left standing. Pete looking at the last single of his ACST season right here.
Now I get to bowl shoe that I'm out.
And, oh, he's going to pull it out of the gutter. It's going to be a 9 box, 116 for Pete RIschitelli. Bob. So that is going to put Pete at a 554 in his last match. Respectable score over his average. Didn't get a lot of breaks that time, but throwing a good ball. 2 or 4. Yeah, Micah has officially clinched total. So Micah will have at least 8 points. He wants 10 though, or no, he has 10. Sorry, he wants 12. That's math. I might be there. All right.
You want to going back this way? You're going Worcester.
I'm going to Worcester.
I'll wait. Yeah, this is the last lap, right?
It's up to you. I'll call it, but it's up to you.
This is over.
All right. You can just go too and just tell them I'll be there. I don't care.
40 minutes from here, 35.
Something like that. I need to stop for food real quick though. Oh man, Micah parallel pins, fills this with 8 at the half 63. Sorry, catching up. I was coordinating with Bob. It's a big string for Micah right here. He will need a mark. Only one though, assuming good pinning. Not like that, that was terrible pinning. Micah with a 9 box. 72, 12 over par. A couple more 9s, he's in trouble. He needs, yeah, make a big one. Drops 7 on his first ball. 1, 2, 10. Tough leave. Oh, puts a good bit on it. Won't go, though. Needed to throw that ball first, and he knows it. 10 pin left standing. Might make a difference. Would be nice to have. The wood should be good. I mean, Micah, he's too proud. He's going to go for the pin. Nope. He's a coward. He plays the wood, and it takes the pin. Wood shootout. Micah Imparato, 10 bucks. I'm only giving him so much grief because I know he's going to post this later, and I want him to yell at me in the comments. It's more fun. Micah, got to have a mark. Not with that ball. Woof. Takes out the triangle 6. Sadly, the whole rest of the rack's there. Ooh. Uh-oh, getting away from him a little bit. As it's looking more and more like Pete might take these 2 points. And, oh, that's a nice out right there. 9 box, Micah. 91 through 8. So down 7 in boxes played. He will need 26 pins in these next 2 to take the string. Total already assured. Jim's Nestor, barring a miracle, will have the high average. Unless someone did math wrong. Someone could have done math wrong. 9 drop, Micah. As that pin is coming out of play. It better get in the gutter. I do not want to go down there. And it is gone. Good night. Beautiful. 5 pin with a plank, with a angled plank, but still a plank. Any piece of the front half of it, which is the easier one to hit, and he'll get it. Good night. $101 and a ball. Big ball right here. He needs a 6 fill, or he will have to get another mark. This ball could guarantee the points right here, if it's a good one. Micah gears up, head pin. Drops 7. 108. He needs 2 pins to win the string. Now here's the question. Is he going to get greedy and go for the 1 into the 2 and play the cut shot like an asshole? Gears up. Oh, and he gets it. Wow, what a show off. Micah with a beautiful spare. Oh, 118 and a ball. What a hit. Good God. And Micah, last ball of the regular season. Why not a 9 drop? Look at that. 127, Micah Imparato. 641 on the day. 12 points for the man. What a finish, making a beautiful spare and 9 drop. He didn't need it, but he wanted it anyways. That was a pure pride shot, and he made it count. This has been ACST Action. I've been Duncan MacDougall. Bob Lee calling the latter middle of this match. No one calling the first half. Micah will probably be on the call. And we will see you guys later.
Was that for Bob? That's not tonight, right?
No, it's golfers next week.
Alrighty, so Duncan obviously did everything he could to get out of there in a hurry, which is all good, and I absolutely appreciate these guys always covering stuff for me. But yeah, look at that as it all settled down. Pete beat me by a single head pin. We both had 13 splits. He threw 6 strikes. I had 10. He threw 7 spares. I had 13. He had 11 tens. I had 8. But yeah, I got revenge. I needed that 641. I wish I had a better string than that 99 to start, but it is what it is. And I'll roll the replays that I have. Obviously, I had some challenges, and I'll get out of here. Have a great night, guys. Great job with it. I'm thankful that it's easy to get a quick shirt, but boy, this one is like, well, there we have it. It's just disgusting. This way to the beach, girls. Oh, that's a lot better. I should be all right if I catch this guy low and hard, or get around the wood. And there we go to it. 22 through 2. That, folks, is want to bully the 3-pin and see what happens. And that's what happened. Great. Will save me from having to talk for the rest of this. Back to reality is the understatement. Pete! Hey! All right, finally. I can mix everything around to take out the 7, 9, 10. And there you go. You give me a lumberyard. Good, as you can see, the match score is now tipped to blue, so everything's in my favor at the moment. Ooh. Get to see the top.
Since I've come back.
Oh, hell of a ball, Pete. Half. And with 23 pins, I'll take my match lead back.
Just threw a 141, and
Well,
he is hot.
That's the way to do it.
240 to 212. Beat one game 113, and that's another beauty and another strike. The 9, and behind it is the 8-pin. I think. Yeah, there's definitely a pin back there. And he's got him. Ball back up. Spare on strike. If he hits the object, he's got a great chance, and he did. Just have to avoid hitting it perfectly, either way. And now there's Pete RIschitelli. We're on the headset now. And how about that? The 10 falls late. Pete, who started, whatever the case, I'm out. And Duncan MacDougall behind me has removed his bowling shoes as Pete RIschitelli with the spare. That was a 3-pinner. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Another strike. 10 in the 5th. But let's see how Micah plays it. He played,
The way I look at it, too.
the most certain way is to the right.
Less than an hour.
Left side, he got it. The phone, so he was in good position. Has clinched a spot. James Humes said he has finished, and there it is, another mark.
It will go. Trying to avoid the cap. He plays it beautifully. Picks up a spare. And that's a head pin, and that's a hammer. That's right. 9 pin. I think it's out of division record. In which case, something tells me that Micah will probably have me as man. And let's see if Micah's second ball is in there. Yes, it is. Drills it. 38. Micah on the fill, in the pocket. 9, 10. It's gone. And goodbye. Micah drops a hammer. Not quite as explosive as his previous ones, but oh, makes a triangle look easy. Oh my goodness, is it gonna go? He makes it! Spreading. Oh, what a spare, Pete RIschitelli. Get all over it. Spare, Pete RIschitelli. All right, Micah with a 7 and follows it up with a hammer. And plays it perfectly. The only way it's going to go. Oh, wow. Well, that's still a plank. Any piece of the front half of it, which is the easier one to hit, and he'll get it. Good night. Gears up. Oh, and he gets it. Wow, what a show off.
I'm at 30.